write surreal comedy? Surreal comedy is comedy that contradicts logical reasoning. They usually show absurd situations or things that contradict our reality. My first tip is think about the weirdest possible thing that could be happening at that point in your story and show that. Surreal comedy is comedy that doesn't match logic, so in every moment in your story you need to think what would be the weirdest thing that could happen right now and show that instead. My second tip is have your characters react in normal ways to weird events. I think Nichijou is a good example of this because while weird things are happening, your characters should react in very normal ways. If the weirdest possible thing just happened in that sudden moment in your story, the comedy happens when your characters react in very normal ways to very weird events. Essentially, it's all dream logic in a surreal comedy. So when your characters are seeing these weird events, they should be reacting in normal ways, like you might see characters reacting in a dream. My third tip is events usually happen in illogical ways, but they should build up and make up a larger story. Consider the large-scale story in your world and how all of these little weird and absurd events might be building up to that larger story, because while they might all seem random and illogical at that point in your story, they may actually all be connected in little ways and connect to the big main event in your book. My fourth tip is show your characters reacting to the world in weird and absurd ways. Your characters may also react in normal ways to weird events. When it comes to normal events in your book, your characters might react in exaggerated ways. For example, in Nichijou, there are many moments which are highly exaggerated, even though they might be very normal things. But that's what really makes it funny. So showing how your characters react in very absurd ways to normal events in your book can help your story to become even more funny to your audience and help your audience to feel like they can connect to your story in a very comical way.